Hi everyone, Nico here. This will be episode number 10. Today, what I want to talk about is actors' choices, finding the importance in a scene, and also finding the event. A student asked me a very simple question that was really profound, and it's a question that I've been pondering my entire career, and that is, how do we as actors know that we are making the best possible choices? This is the reason why I'm such a big advocate of the rehearsal process. Because in the rehearsal process, you're exploring, trial and error, bringing different substitutions for the relationships you're creating, trying different objectives, fighting for things and figuring it out and trying to explore and try to, with the moment before and all your character development, trying to develop and make and find the best possible choice to play. That being said, look, the writer, be it a playwright or the screenwriter, has taken your character, right? His or her entire life and generations and bloodlines and intricate relationships and history and moment befores and discoveries, and has compacted this entire being's life into an hour and a half. What I'm trying to say to you is that in the writing process, with all the different revisions the writer goes through, they have cut out all the fluff, all the things, even though they may love a certain scene, if it doesn't drive the action forward and keep it within a certain amount of pages, it's out. So what I'm trying to say to you, a screenplay, is about every important moment of that character's life. And your job as the actor is to find the importance in every single scene. A lot of actors don't do this. Look, facts are not enough. They're just not enough. They're not dramatic. They're not theatrical unless they're coupled with a sufficient amount of emotional attachment. And for you to be emotionally attached to something, it has to be important to you. It has to be important to you. And the more important you have, the higher the stakes, because you're now fighting for it with life or death. Remember, a few episodes ago when we were talking about subtext, and I told you about the relationship between me and my college roommate. We got into a horrible fist fight. Horrible. Punching each other in the face, blood everywhere, punching the walls, breaking furniture, throwing plates, just freaking livid, going at each other like two savage animals, all because of who ate the last slice of Velveeta cheese that was in the refrigerator. Right? Pretty stupid, right? Now, had we taken a moment and thought about it and realized how stupid this whole thing is, that fight would never have happened, or the next day you'll laugh about it or you forget about it. But in that moment, the now is so important, because in that moment, we were ready to kill each other over the most mundane, trivial thing. Well, we know that subtext plays a big part of it, and of course, it wasn't about the slice of cheese. It was, if any of you ever had a college roommate and you lived with someone for a long time, well, the shit pents up, and you start getting annoyed with one another, and stupid stuff piles on and on and on until the climax, the explosion, the cheese. Who ate it? Right? So what I'm trying to say is, sometimes these important things are written in the script. Most of the times they're not. They're obscure and hidden. Or it's just completely an actor's creation. You got to find important things in that scene. And it's got to be important to you. It doesn't have to be significant to anybody else, any other character, but to you, the character in the moment right now, that is the most important thing. So yes, it could be trivial. Right? But if it's important to you, automatically the stakes go up 1,000%. Now you're fighting for something. When we're sitting there nailing each other and screaming and shouting over who ate the slice of cheese, well, if that wasn't important to either one of us, then that fight would never have happened. Now, I'm not talking strictly about conflict. Everything needs to be important to you. You need to find out and figure out what is important in this scene. Because look, if you're, okay, let's say the scene is a loving scene and you're in a relationship and she laughs and she snorts. It's cute. It's adorable. You smile. It makes you laugh, right, in the moment, right? Or how cute she is. But if you're in a fight and, this is a long relationship, maybe now it annoys the fuck out of you. Maybe now you cut your lettuce a little harder, or you gulp your wine instead of sip it, or roll your eye, or frustrated as you're slicing, dicing, or buttering your bread. These intricate, detailed moments are because things are important to you. So now you are making choices because they're affecting you, and the stakes are high for you. And everything should be at high stakes. Remember, every moment in that play is important. There is no slice of life, fluff, everyday humdrum, blah, blah moment. Okay, because if something doesn't happen, the scene will die. If that makes any sense. Now, what happens a lot with a lot of actors is that they start focusing so much on character development, the characters and the feelings and the subjective life of the character, that they forget what is happening in the script, the play. And what is happening are the events. And the actor's job is to find those events and play the events. That's what's important. Look, as actors, we are there to serve the play. We are there to take the action forward. No matter if you are an extra, a tiny bit part, or if you're the lead, your job as a pawn in a chess set is to carry the action forward. We actors serve the play. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't actors out there who believe that the play is there to serve them. I'm telling you that that is a worse kind of acting. It's the diva actors, the look at me, look at me, look at me. It's all about me and my little world. I don't care what happens in the play, but look how great I am. And those actors tend to be over the top and an example of something not to do. So do not be that actor. Be the actor that serves the play. So an event. Well, what does that mean? Basically what it means is what is happening in the play? What's going on in the scene that you're in? Now, an event would be, there are many forms of events. A big one is a change that happens in the scene. That's a big one, right? So figure out what's going on in the scene and what changes are happening. Now, like importance, it could be written, it could be overt, or it could be obscure and hidden, and again, a complete creation of the actor. The more events you find in a scene, the more interesting that scene is to watch. Okay, a confrontation, that's an event, right? Anything can be an event. A confrontation. So if you have a confrontation, then you must have resolution. That's another event. Or conflict, not conflict, or a climax. A climax, the explosion on set, the duality between the characters and the choices they make that changes their arc from beginning to end, and they can never be the same. That's an event. It could be psychological, it could be physical, whatever it is. You want to be able to physically be able to play an event. You don't want it to be too intellectual and heady because you can't play it. It's not a playable action. So the more you find, the more interesting the play is. Look, if a play doesn't go anywhere and it's blah, it is not the writer's fault. That is strictly the actor's fault. The actor has got to find the importance, got to understand what is going on. Now, most of the times it's not written at all. It's just a neutral scene, and you have to figure it out. And again, when you add on the relationships and the objective and all that stuff and create the importance, and now you're trying to find the event, hopefully all these things together will help you make the best possible choice. Okay, I hope this helped. Leave a remark if you need to, or if you have any questions, and obviously I'll answer them. It's not easy, guys. It's a very difficult. Being human is very, very difficult. So we are We are strange creatures, you know? Okay. So when you play these parts, you have to bring all that to the characters. Don't cheat your characters. Don't wing your characters. Don't make it easy for yourself. They're real people, and it's your job to bring that life and make it as detailed and as fascinating. And I don't think I've ever met someone who didn't fascinate me. Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye.